Right, good afternoon guys. It's that time of the week where me and Rach head out, do a vlog, back to our locally frequented place, our favourite place in central Bedfordshire. This is of course ZSL Whipsnade Zoo, the largest safari and zoological area in the whole of the UK, and probably the best, to be honest with you. The animals are really well looked after. Some new additions recently, youngsters born, new tiger being brought in as well, and we'd just like to give you a monthly update. So this being the very last day of summer, August the 31st 2024, tomorrow being, is it meteorological autumn, which goes through, then you got winter, spring, but usually in the UK it cuts out spring and summer and you get autumn and winter. Anyhow guys, let's go and see some animals. Right guys, before we really get going on today's little explore, there's something I wanted to point out and show you. Something that was brought to my attention in the last sort of 48 hours. Something that I was oblivious to be honest with you. I knew of things that had happened before, but as you look out and this beautiful bit of scenery here, the area sort of basically where I'm pointing directly in front of me, that is where Wicked was filmed, the film that's coming out with Ariana Grande, the film of course Wizard of Oz. Now it was brought to my attention, I know that that's sort of taken up route as being like a set area where you can have films produced. Just to the left of that you see like a mound there, you see the hill area, you'll see that in the distance as the film goes ahead. But the film that's currently at the cinema, the box office smash that is Deadpool and the Wolverine, was actually filmed there. You know the scene where Dogpool comes out, that scruffy little dog, and then you've got the I don't know how really to describe him, this sort of really dodgy Deadpool that turns up while he's there with obviously Wolverine and Logan in the sort of thicket area. You see the brush, the dog comes out of an area like this. That was actually over there where that was filmed. Beyond that there is an area called Pitstone Quarry. They've done some of the filming there with the battle scenes where they're on that weird sort of alternative universe. And further on from that you carry on going round that way and off towards Hemel Hempstead. You've got a place called Bovingdon. Now if you're UK resident you'll know of Dancing on Ice. There's a film set they use there for that, but also in that location is where the carcass of Ant-Man was and the main battle scenes were. So I just thought I'd point that out to you. Of course this area here is Ashridge Estate. It's got a golf course up there. The hill there itself, the highest area in the region, is Ivanhoe Beacon. And then further around to the left you've seen videos recently of me doing the Devil's Bridge. That's sort of a mile down that road down there. You also have the movie set from the film, the horror movie The Descent. The actual log cabin in the woods that's abandoned, that still resides there in them woods. It's an old hunting lodge from the 1700s I believe. But I just thought I'd point that out before getting back to where we are today. Of course you can hear the noise. Not going over there today. Penguins are there because we are here at Whipsnade Zoo. See the Puff or Fitty running around here is of course a honey badger, aka a wolverine. Bit unimaginative with the names. They should have called one of them Logan for sure. Just continuously galloping around. Huge bundle of energy. Look at the stunning set of antlers on her. Obviously it gets round to a time of year soon after Halloween where they're in the forefront of everyone's mind and Christmas approaches. Of course to us we call them reindeer. Other parts of the world I believe they're the same, they call them caribou. Wouldn't worry so much about the what looks like blood on the antlers. It's probably the skin coating that they would have originally had that's worn away.
Penguins are down there. Yeah.
Like a stripy antelope, this fella here is known as a mountain bongo. Hi there. I believe they're a very solitary animal. There's another breed in here that looks similar but isn't. And I believe I might be pronouncing this wrong, but is it a Sitatunga? Very similar to the bongo. There in amongst the foliage. You see its back, you might lift its head. Kind of cute little fella. I believe there's some young in here somewhere as well. Southern white rhino herd there, looks very, very chilled out today. You can see the youngest just next to his mum. Like huge grey breathing rocks with horns. It is interesting to see how all these creatures adapt from temperatures of summer and go into the cool down of the fall, or autumn as we call it. They're very, very timid. I dare say one of them, although they all look asleep, is probably keeping an eye on us as we speak. Someone over here could end up with a bit of a nasty accident.
Huh?
There you go, this one here. Might end up with a horn up your bum. Of course, zoos and societies like this doing their part, so these creatures right here have a chance. They're not quite at the level of some of them. I think it's the northern white rhino will be extinct soon because there's only a female left. One of our baby reticulated giraffes there. Now it's not commonplace to have a couple of youngsters going at once. Of course you've got Wilfred, but then within a week of each other there is two. They're virtually identical, of that size there. Different mothers, I believe. Very, very cool. They grow to a magnificent and truly majestic size, and they're so dainty the way they walk. And there we have a size differential. There's a little one, and I say one of the mums come out as well, unless of course that's Wilfred.
Oh, there's another one!
It's like a giant teddy bear at that age. Interesting to see if it scampers away to keep up with mum.
What baby? Harry! Leah! I'm
There we go, we've got both youngsters out playing together. From one beautifully patterned creature to another. These are grey zebras. And that appears to be a mother with its calf. Certainly growing in size now though. Close up of what will eventually be a proud pride. Just the 3 lions at the moment, the 1 young male and the 2 females. He looks a bit moody, doesn't he? Really is deceptive on size, but they are truly huge. You wouldn't last 5 seconds in there with them. Wonder who does his hair. 2 felines are eyeing something up, probably the ostriches in the joining pen. These seems rather chilled at the moment. They have been trying to mate, and eventually they will do. And in this area we'll probably have maybe up to 4 cubs.
6.
There's 6 of them.
Looks as if someone's just piped up ready for some food. It was before just a sleepy cuddle of small claw Asian otters. Someone's rung the dinner bell.
Not like meerkats, no?
Here we go, off they go. Let's go and find out what it is.
Yeah?
How does she get back?
Oh, right.
Oh, you are.
Leave me alone.
The hunting dogs are out on the prowl today. Usually they seem to be glued to the spot somewhere over there. Beautiful colours and markings on these guys. Have a good sniff around, see what's going on around here. I'd say they're probably among my favourite animals here at ZSL Whipsnade, which makes me think to some of you guys, you must have your own favourites. Leave a comment below of what you'd like me to film in a not too distant future. We come up here once a month, so if you like hippos etc, have the Asian black rhinos, some of your lesser creatures, I can certainly film them on your behalf. Little bit of a catch up with our elephant friends. Of course, the noise that you are hearing today, we are on the flight path of Luton Airport, so they are flying directly overhead. Not that it affects these guys, they're totally used to it. Wondering whether today they're going to come into this compound. You see Little there, little Nang, and her mum Donna. It's actually a very slow, graceful walk towards us. Were they going to come and say hello? Possibly. I did wave to them earlier.
You want to eat it? No.
Little grunts and groans as if they want to actually get inside, take some refuge in there. It's not raining at all, but their tone of voice is a load of high-pitched whistles and low groans, squeaks, etc. Giving themselves a bit of a sand bath there. Was going to go and call this vlog Poo at the Zoo. Maybe I should stick with that because that certainly is what happened in there. I guess it's what comes natural to them. That's gotta hurt, seriously. Like cricket ball size wedges. And that's what we think of that. Kind of family time from there, with just the immediate family. Little un, mum and granny.
Right, let's walk to the next one, yeah?
I know, Jed, you've been here recently and you put a scratch pad in for these guys. I haven't seen it yet. It's got to be around somewhere. It's not overly warm today. It is the very end of summer, 31st of August today, 1st of September. Meteorological autumn, I think they call it. It gets very confusing with the months. The seasons have changed over the years, but I guess that's why they're not having a proper dip. When it's really hot, you'll see them splashing about in there.
We're gonna play catch. Yeah, just trying to get some food. And it won.
Great use of the trunk there, very agile. Virtually like their own fingers. Of course they've got the pads, which to other creatures would be paws or hands, feet, etc. But they're more for brushing the ground and making the grass and the cud loose so they can scoop it up and eat it. Herd wise, you've got 6 females this side and the male in a pen by himself further over to the left by the sandpit, the other side of the enclosure there, which is not nothing to worry about. They are solitary in the wild and they only get together really for breeding. The electric fence in full working order. The elephants have obviously pooped against it and that's set it off. Well, here we go guys, this is your next generation, your new male tiger. Eventually they will introduce a female. And the cycle of life will continue. Beautiful looking beast. Only a youngster. I remember Botsman when he was first introduced here. I was the only one who made it up here because of the heavy snow. And we spent maybe half an hour together.
And if he goes up that one, I think, and into that tree.
Beautiful markings and colouring on him.
Be careful, please wait here, baby.
Echo.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 1
No, it's not. That's the same one.
Kangaroo's back.
In the water.
You can go in the water, they don't mind going in the water.
There is another one.
Obviously there's a lot of fuss and a lot of people rushing over to see him. It must be pretty daunting for the fella.
It's going home. It's going home.
Yeah, he's walking out of sight. Should tell her to come back.
It's going
Carrion or an animal carcass
I think she's
just
gone inside
laying
now.
up there waiting for him to chew on. Couple of free roaming Mara. European lynx there, chewing away on a bit of carcass of maybe a young chicken. These used to frequent the woods of the UK, predominantly in Scotland, etc. Now found more in the likes of Croatia and the mountain regions of Eastern Europe more than Western. Kind of size-wise like a Labrador. Lovely pointy ears on them. Obviously interested in the food because not phased by us being literally 5 feet away from it. It's not in a totally framed enclosure. This is just a close up the actual area that they reside in, live in. It's probably about a couple of acres. Goes further over to the back there. They've got a tree area to the side here. A lot of them frequent this wooded area here. I remember when they had kits and all used to get stuck up in the trees. Yeah, quite a content little fella there, aren't you? There you go. Stretches the old legs. And you can see more of a general size. Very feline and cattish in appearance, but size of a Labrador. Nothing stays small forever. All the old little boarlets lost all their humbug colours and more dark greyish grey. Like the parents, that's either hinge or bracket there. The other one further over to the side here. You certainly don't want to mess with a wild boar. These guys, the 4 girls in here, generally steal the show, but for some reason today they're very lethargic. Possibly had a lot of food earlier and now they're simply chilling out. I've got to really start doing my homework into them because I know one of them's Cinderella. I don't know the names of the new ones, so I'm going to have to look into that. I believe one of them might be called Minnie. They've been here long enough now to have names. It's very much as if they're waiting for interaction with the keepers. Hand out a few treats perhaps. There's like a little runway that goes between the activities pen and the main pen. So there could be some on the other side of that. You can't truly see from here.
Look, Lace, come here.
Some of you have run to walking around in the pen at the back.
Straight ahead.
So this now gives you an inkling to what's going on. The keepers are putting out some food. They will get out of here sharpish, and I dare say there'll be a huge charge amongst the bears to get in here as quick as possible to grab what they want. Yeah, they certainly know it's feeding time.
They can't get you.
Look at them. They can't get you, darling. They're behind glass.
I'm going to go out on a limb and turn around and say that's Cinderella. Certainly the oldest of the bears. So they have sweet oil, peppers, peanuts, cabbage. So you make yourself comfy.
See that little gap there? You squish in that little gap, you're only little. Balanced diet, Seb. I'm not sure you'd know what that is.
They're carnivores.
Sorry about the scratches and smudges on the glass. I can't do much about it.
No, so you just corrected yourself.
Yeah, they're carnivores.
You know, you said they're not carnivores, they're omnivores.
No, they're carnivores.
Because they eat vegetables and meat, because meat is a vegetable.
Meat is not a vegetable.
Mind the gentleman behind
You
you.
said that meat is not a vegetable.
Come back, no, meat is not vegetable.
Meat is meat.
Dexter, see that bear? Do you know what that bear's eating? Peanuts. Why? The bears are not throwing them at him or coming to kiss him.
Probably about as close as you really want to get when they're eating. Otherwise, we would kind of be on their menu.
Oh, where did the third one? Just come through.
So I thought Bob, Ben and
I think they
Benson.
got new ones, don't they?
There's a third of our 4 bears is in now.
Bob, Ben and Benson.
The bears got out, but they had to be put to sleep because they were out where people could be, so it was dangerous, so they had to be killed. And so then there was only 1 bear left, and that was only 1 bear last time we came, wasn't it? And then they've now got 3 more bears.
So the bear wasn't going. Do you know which bear was it that was left?
The dark.
Not like in sweet dog.
No.
And you shrunk.
Very nice.
And you shrunk.
Look, do you think they're going to eat the corn?
Yes. I was right. Did you think yes? Honey?
Do you think they eat the middle of the corn? No, they leave.
Brief catch up with our closest living relatives, the chimpanzees. Nice shot of your bum there, mate. They seem to have all congregated where that corrugated metal bit is, and they're picking the fleas and bugs off each other's backs and eating them. Typical chimp behaviour, to be honest with you. Adventures of Paul, these are certainly your favourites. Chimpy walk time. That noise is of a zebra. It's obviously freaked them out a little bit. That's one hell of a racket that's making as well.
They look like humans. If you take a picture, that's fine. Then you can.
So it appears the noise from this fella here, probably who's distracted by that Mara there in his pen, has made these two come over to investigate. Very inquisitive and thinking, what's that racket? They got the names of Elvis and Grant.
Oh, they put names. Born 1996. The one is a female guy here. Yeah. She's older than me. 19.
It's like they're talking to each other. Yeah, that noise has kind of freaked these guys out. They've got a higher vantage point so they can see what the heck's going on. Certainly unusual. And this is what it's all about. Maybe it's just a afternoon chat. Doesn't seem to be any distress involved. I just think it's maybe the way they communicate. They found a way. He's galloping round, having a good old shout, and they're responding. It's certainly stirred up the emotions here. It's just like they've all gone on the defensive. They're all thinking, what's going on? I suppose in the animal kingdom, a noise that could be classed as intimidation or distressful. Well guys, that was certainly some decent activity to end the vlog with. I never expected that. It was like they were communicating, whether they were not happy about something or just being inquisitive. But the zebra would rear up, have a little bit of a natter, and then the chimps in turn would have their say back, and it would just continue and continue. That went on for about 10 minutes, and we've got quite a big crowd going there, and everyone was just really intrigued. And anyway guys, that's going to do it for today's vlog. We'll be back here at the zoo some point in September for our monthly update. Rachel was probably hanging around the cafe somewhere. She had a coffee earlier, and I know she was certainly after a bit of candy floss. With that guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you in the movies. Bye for now.
Stand on the side. I'll try the new go. I'll try the new go.